What kind of scenes make you nervous?
All of them, in one way or another. Yeah. Honestly, the scenes that make me the most nervous are the ones where you have the least amount to do, where you're just there, and everyone else is doing a bunch of stuff, and you have one thing to do, like one line, one thing to say. For some reason, it's harder to get kind of into that rhythm and all that, and then you just end up like waiting to do your thing, and it's kind of distracting as opposed to just kind of going along with it and being a part of it.
In Call Me By Your Name, there's a lot of intimate scenes, and you really had to go there. Did those kinds of scenes make you nervous, or was that just par for the course?
They might have on another project, but on that one, everything just felt so safe. We felt like we were in such capable hands, and we felt like we had such freedom to explore and to be ourselves and to mess up, and it was all okay. No matter what happened, it felt like we were really protected by Luca and by everybody, so we didn't really have that.
I like the way you say things. I don't know why you're always putting yourself down, though.
So you won't, I guess?
You really that afraid of what I think? You're making things very difficult for me.
I remember specifically, we had some, scenes that were sort of sans clothing, and by the end of the first day, they call cut, and then someone comes up and goes, "Do you want a robe?" And you just go, "No, it's fine. We're going to shoot it again in a second. I'll just," you just feel safe.
Why did you quit Twitter?
Well, I had very little impulse control, and I couldn't stop myself from saying something to somebody, and then you're just adding oxygen to a fire, and then and all of a sudden you've got a conflagration, and all of a sudden something that doesn't exist in the real world at all is something that you're thinking about, and something that like takes not priority, but is taking up broadband in your brain of something you could so easily be focused on something else so much more productive, and it's something that if you just put your phone down, it goes away, and it's gone. It's not real, it's not anything concrete, and it just was a waste of time. And it's a toxic environment. No one goes on the internet to say anything nice. It's just not the done thing. So I thought—
But some people with a measure of celebrity feel that they can use that platform to advocate for things they care about or to do good, and people do it successfully. But you don't agree with that?
Maybe I just couldn't do it successfully. Maybe I was just really bad at it. I don't know.
Is there a role or even a portion of a role, a line, that has particularly stuck with you years later from someone you've played?
Michael Stuhlbarg has a speech in Call Me By Your Name, and I don't get to say it, and it's one of the most beautiful monologues I've ever seen in my life. And it truly changed the way that I'm going to parent my children, the way I look at people, everything. It was just like one of those—
One at the end?
Yeah, yeah, just one of those things that kind of, it's like a good book or like a good something that just like, from that moment, that changed the rest of my life. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about this medium specifically is it's very subjective. It can be, eat my shit. It can be whatever. And so it's just like one of those things that kind of changes your perspective for the rest of your life.
And is there something on your IMDb page that you would love to expunge?
I played a character back when you don't get names. You get either numbers or like a bad descriptor. I played Abercrombie Boy.
In what?
It was called Spring Breakdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to take your shirt off, I'll bet.
Oh, wait. I had a tequila shot taken off of my body, which was apple juice, and then salt, which was like sugar. So by the end of the day, which was shot in like a foam party, it just got like worse and worse and worse and worse. It was.
In these jobs, you get to meet odd and interesting people. Who is the most interesting person that you've met in your life?
You meet interesting people all the time. I met a guy who was a yo-yo world champion. He was pretty interesting. I don't know, you meet people all the time.
Why did you meet the yo-yo champion?
We were shooting Lone Ranger, and it was one of those things where they just had a massive budget, and Tom Wilkinson had to do a thing where he pulls out a pocket watch and flips it around, and it comes and lands and opens on his hand. And it was like a cool little trick. So because they had a borderline unlimited budget, they're like, let's bring in the yo-yo world champion.
Wow.
And he was like, that's not a yo-yo. They go, yeah, but can you help him do it? And he goes, yeah, you pull it out of your pocket and you do that. And Tom goes, oh, like this, click. And he's like, yeah, just like that. And then he was with us for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Great gig.
So he taught me a bunch of yo-yo tricks.
So he's
while we
like,
were
here,
in
walk the
movie.
dog. Yeah.
Ready?
Okay, quiet on set.
And I look down the lens.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Margot Robbie.
Bryan Cranston.
Robert Pattinson.
John Boyega.
Sam Rockwell.
Willem Dafoe.
Emma Stone.
Allison Janney.
Guillermo del Toro. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching The Hollywood Reporter
The Hollywood Reporter.
The Hollywood Reporter.
on YouTube.
On YouTube.